So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Рассказчик из себя так себе. Выдумщик-сказочник, это и да.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Ну, поехали дальше. В прямом смысле поехали.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Ну, это все элементарно. А чё с в него стрелять?
Wait a second. How'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
А, то есть еще и зря пострелять, да? Остановить поезд. Нормально. Лучше бы он не тормозил.
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Минуточку. Что у нас вообще есть? И продолжаем. Там, видимо, что-то не то сделал.
James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota.
Блин.
So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head.
Интересно, это даже будет меняться?
Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I
The
reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey.
Интересно,
By the way,
посмотрим.
did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Даже нужно было. Да Джесси. Бедная курица не может в клетку вернуться. Снайпер проснулся.
What the heck just happened? You ready for a
это снайперина. Вы видели такого когда-нибудь?
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
Да, ты, видать, парень, ты засиделся на несколько часов или даже дней.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
Это уже
You don't
демонстрация
think he's
сочиняет.
Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
Я с вами солидарен, парни. И дедушки, и женщины.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But you
bar.
seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that
Через
until later.
знакомка. На ней. Сколько у него там супруг-то было? Сестры там, двойняшки или кто там, 2 сестры.
Anyway,
Дети еще.
I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, somebody saw me and shouted out,
Что-то
"It's the
случилось.
damn Pinkertons!"
Это случилось не по плану. Мы будем спешить тогда.
At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!" It's the damn Pinkertons!
Опс.
Now, I never worked
Ты
for
что
that
так близко
lying
стоишь?
cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's
Я забыл,
always
что в этой игре
mistaken
нельзя
for
одновременно
somebody
читать и
else,
играть.
aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
Come out, you yellow bastard! Goddamn raw dog!
Перепрыгнуть? Это запросто. Да почему нет? Да нет. Да как так?
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Да что за хрень? А, то есть я уже перепрыгнул, ё-моё. Так бы и сказали сразу.
No help, kill the likes of you!
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Классно.
I wondered if I was ever
сделал,
going to
нет?
find the front of that train.
Вопрос, получил ли я опыт
Or
с
the
этого?
bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet
Я
or
думаю, динамитом,
dynamite.
скорее всего.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
I'm putting you down!
Хорошо, что он меня не видит. Блин, что он так долго стреляет? Он должен был прекратить уже. Я вот чувствую, что что-то пропустил. Вон он. Ты какого? Все. Кто-то, кажется, не игрался. Откуда? С руки, что ли? О. Да-да. Ну, с пулеметом просто не раз. Было бы интереснее обучиться, но... Я что-то их много так. Рискнем.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Ну не прячься.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Выкаблучивался кто-то. Выпил, видимо, и выкаблучивался.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Пожалуйста, только не говори.
What, a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford. Yeah.
Сможет ли он
Jesse
скелетом
went out
остановить
like John
пулю?
Wesley Harden. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you
Хотя бы
run, does it, man?
70%. Хотя бы
Your past
70%.
always catches up with you.
Пофиг на меткость. Ладно. Нет. Вот, фиг знает, кто пуля летела. Если честно. А скорость на метке же вроде никак не влияет. Ай.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. that bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
О, все взял. Он там все линейно было. Сейчас должна быть длинная голова.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim.
По сути, нас должны в пекло бросить, а потом мы должны как бы сделать
I followed those bastards into the high
начать
mountains
заново.
as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were
Я не
hiding out
вижу.
from the
Блин.
military found me first.
Я думал, там нужно нажать B, C, D. Ой. Кто-то не хочет попадать. А при чем тут индейцы? Куда они взялись?
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
На халяву пришел выпить, рассказывая сказки. Запомни, да пока никого нету, да? У меня есть чувство, как будто они откуда-то возьмутся.
Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time... Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Чему я не
Jesus
смог
Christ,
прочитать
we're back
секрет?
to that again?
Ну, в принципе, вот это интересно посмотреть.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul.
Ага. Читаем на паузе. Что за достижение тогда?
You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Там же рядышком. Окей. Окей, я понял. Чё-то их там дофигища.
Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
Тут видите, когда я еще иду, мне тут всякие вещи двигали, там
In
пельмешки
fact, I
всякие.
can still remember that old medicine
Поэтому, наверное, я
man's
лучше тут побуду. Ну, буду
Jesus
крыть.
Christ, we're back to that again?
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Укрытие по чуть-чуть ломается.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
Патронов нет. Нет. Давай, добивай, добивай, добивай. Да как?
Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
Так, ладно, будем с револьвером.
Of course.
Разнообразие.
In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to
Что-то
that
они не
again.
умирают.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Норм позиция, если бы нет участка. И как ты так не попадаешь? Интересно, хоть одного грохнет?
And the darkness will grow until it
Отлично, это мой выход.
consumes everything you are.
Не знаю, о чем он там говорит, но это мой выход. А, гранат, динамитов нет. Если бы ты еще помечал и сам бы стрелял, было бы вообще шикарно, слушай.
So, did you ever find him? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think
Выжили.
about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Ты что, в обмороке, что ли?
Ooh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Я помню, что у меня там очко есть навыков. Я просто не стал от меня отбегать. Такой недоволька. Отлично. В смысле? Я ж прокачивал. Я ж прокачивал.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Я так понимаю, он под песенку сюда как-то сам дошел, да? Мне кажется, он с 2 попаданий грохнет. Ага. Правильно, с 2 попаданий, да. Вот эта штука, как я понял, она от смерти спасает. То есть, когда последний выстрел происходит в нашу сторону, он замедляется, дает нам шанс выжить. Если мы уворачиваемся, мы как бы заново продолжаем проходить. А иначе смерть. Ну да, 2 попадания. Потом снайпер. Душебдельку дали. Видимо, неспроста тут такой наклон. Зачем ты это сделал? Как он сквозь камень стрельнул? Что за бред? Или подождать, пока откатится. Кстати, вариант.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Он же с 2 пуль жахнул. Как я буду с ним сражаться? Я даже не знаю, где он. Сохранение поди было. Ага, вверху.
He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
Он уже тут.
Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead.
Молодец. Хорошо стреляет. Надеюсь, дуэли он будет слабеньким.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
And that son of a bitch! Take him out! Just one man!
Эй-эй-эй. Неожиданно просто. Видимо, против динамитного укрытия я разозлил кого-то. Жителей данного убежища, скажем так.
And that son of a bitch!
Gonna cut you a new smile.
Come here. This is gonna hurt.
Все, вроде оба выбежали. Ой, одна упала мимо.
He's just one man. Put him down. You're gonna bleed. Want that
О,
bastard
класс.
dead.
На сторону упал.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James
Кто
still in
взрывашов
it?
стрелял, да?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still
Быстрее,
alive, living in
быстрее.
Missouri, showing folks around the family
Там
farm for
секрет.
25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
Обидно, обидно.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Хороший чувак. Если бы не стрелял, нет, еще было бы вообще просто няшкой.
I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that son-bitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger.
Ну, вроде она это сказала, твою фразу.
Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Опс. Опс. Что-то. Хорошо, что они хоть не попадают. Так, что-то хорошее должно быть.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Reed.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Ну, как и в первой части, отличие в том, что они начинают ходить часто туда-сюда. Если бы еще вернуться, было вообще шикарно. Но от них реально невозможно вернуться. Я уже давно проверил.
And repay him I did.
Ну, как полагаю, эта серия выдалась весьма коротенькой. Посмотрим, что нас ожидали.